Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And today, another hot day as we kick off another work week all across north central Washington. It was a hot weekend too, 98 degrees yesterday. And yes, a little bit of smoke out there today and a little bit of light haze. Not so much in the Wenatchee Valley, but the further north you go from Wenatchee, especially up in the Methow Valley, from Chewelah up into the Twisp area, Winthrop, yeah, lots of smoke up that way. And speaking of hot weather, we're going to stay about like we were today. And then Thursday, Friday, and through the weekend, we are going to look at triple-digit temperatures from Wenatchee up to Omak and over into Moses Lake. We'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Grant County Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team investigation of a Honduras-linked drug trafficking organization has resulted in a successful disruption of a poly-drug trafficking organization. Although the Cedar Creek fire near Mazama remains at only 11% containment, the fire saw minimal growth over the weekend. And a fire destroyed a 4-car garage, 2 other outbuildings, numerous vehicles, and damaged a home earlier this morning in the lower Sunny Slope area off of Highway 2 and 97. But first, our top story tonight. A bus stolen from a rafting company in Leavenworth on Saturday was eventually found abandoned in Moses Lake, and the suspected thief arrested Sunday in Chewelah. Chief Jason Reinfeld of the Chelan County Sheriff's Office said the unidentified 37-year-old Chewelah man faces charges of theft of a motor vehicle and attempting to elude police. The bus was stolen Saturday about 7:40 p.m. from Osprey Rafting by a man wearing a yellow sundress. Reinfeld said a Chelan County deputy attempted to pull the bus over on Highway 2 and 97, but it continued on well below the speed limit. He said the pursuit was called off after the driver ran a red light. The bus went through Wenatchee into Douglas County and south then on Highway 28. Douglas County deputies stopped following the bus in the Trinidad area. Reinfeld said Chelan investigators were contacted Sunday night by Chewelah police, who said they'd arrested the same suspect for stealing a front-end loader and demolished a portion of his own home. The bus was later located by Moses Lake Police. A Grant County Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team investigation of a Honduras-linked drug trafficking organization has resulted in a successful disruption of a poly-drug organization. The INET investigation began in February of this year when a local distributor in the drug trafficking organization was identified, which led detectives to conduct multiple control buys, each within 1,000 feet of a school, and executed at least 20 search warrants. Then last month, INET seized about 22 pounds of methamphetamine, around 1 ounce of heroin, over $16,000 in U.S. currency, and 2 firearms, one of which was stolen. Arrested in the case was 43-year-old Veronica Arredondo of South Canterbury Lane in Moses Lake. Charges related to this drug bust are pending. Well, although the Cedar Creek fire near Mazama remains at only 11% containment, the fire saw minimal growth over the weekend. As of this morning, it's estimated at 24,647 acres. That's about 2,000 acres larger than Friday afternoon. Firefighters have solidified the eastern portion of the line between Looney Creek and Badger Creek and continue to mop up and patrol. Between Boulder Creek and Falls Creek, the fire continued back downslope where resources conducted holding operations along containment lines. The fire is burning actively between Falls Creek and Wolf Creek, reaching containment lines along the road 5005, where firefighters currently are holding that line. The North Cascades Highway remains closed as it's been since the lightning-caused fire started back on July 8th. Well, in other news, a fire destroyed a 4-car garage, 2 other outbuildings, numerous vehicles, and damaged a home early this morning in the lower Sunny Slope area off of Highway 2 and 97. Kay McKellar of Chewelah County Fire District 1 said the fire started just after 1 a.m. in a 4-car garage on Inks Road near the Moonlight Motor Lodge and spread to brush and arborvitae, which then ignited other outbuildings and the home. The fire also damaged a neighbor's outbuilding. McKellar said 5 chicken on the property were also killed. The family was evacuated and the damage to the home was primarily limited to the attic. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Firefighters had that fire contained by around 2:20 a.m. Well, coming up next, as of yesterday, all evacuation notices for the Northrop fire near Steamboat Rock State Park had been lifted and Highway 155 reopened. Completion of the West Kashmir Bridge replacement project has been delayed now until next spring. Icicle Broadcasting Company announced earlier today the sale of 3 of its radio stations. And law enforcement officers from throughout the region received training this month to become certified drone pilots. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Passion, commitment, determination. It's what it takes to win in the Olympics and in life. I'm Jared Sessler, your Republican candidate for Congress, and I'm ready to do what it takes to get Washington and America back on the podium. I'll fight to get our farms, ranches, and businesses back on track so our families can prosper once again. Go to jaredsessler.com to donate and to get involved. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, you might as well throw up a screen door to block the summer smoke.
sometimes it gets
When we
warm.
breathe in the wildfire smoke, we are ingesting hazardous chemicals such as acetic acid and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. A lot of bad stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why we...
Cardboard ain't gonna cut it.
So...
Go to ChewellaPUD.org/save today.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome back. In another news, by yesterday, all evacuation notices for the Northrop fire near Steamboat Rock State Park had been lifted and Highway 155 reopened. The fire along the highway south of Electric City was first reported early Thursday night and burned through grass and sagebrush and threatened wheat fields. The Southeast Washington Interagency team said this morning the fire has burned 247 acres and was 95% contained. On Sunday, a helicopter was used to transport firefighters to fire lines that were inaccessible by vehicles because of steep, rocky terrain. A state incident management team assigned to the fire turned the firefighting effort over to local agencies this morning. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Completion of the West Kashmir Bridge replacement project has been delayed now until next spring. Chewelah County Public Works said work was scheduled to wrap up in November, but permitting for demolition of the last part of the old bridge has taken longer than expected. That portion of the bridge is on Burlington Northern right-of-way and needed to sign off the railroad. The contractor on the project can't install the 18 girders for the new bridge until that last part of the old bridge is removed. The county said the project remains on budget. Icicle Broadcasting Company announced earlier today the sale of 3 of its radio stations, including Cozy AM and FM and KZAL Z Country, to the Chelan Valley Media Group. Cozy has been on the air for 60 years and was owned by Harriet Bullitt, principal owner of Icicle Broadcasting Company. Icicle will continue to own and operate Coho 101.1 for the Wenatchee Valley from Leavenworth to Wenatchee. Chewelah Valley Media Group is a partnership made up of Alan Mayer, Karen Herrick, and Matt Peters of Manson, and Melissa Durfee Davis of Seattle. All are former Seattle area media and marketing professionals with ties to the Chewelah Valley. The new ownership seeks to increase community involvement, promotional opportunities, and serve the retail businesses in the Chewelah, Manson, Pateros, and Brewster areas. The sale is expected to close upon FCC approval this fall. Well, law enforcement officers from throughout the region received training this month to become certified drone pilots. The training came through the Unmanned Aircraft Systems program at Big Bend Community College in Moses Lake and drew officers from Moses Lake, Quincy, Soap Lake, Othello, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office, and Central Washington University Police. The training was at the college's enclosed flight facility at McKay Field and will allow law enforcement to operate a drone commercially in the United States. The college says drones have become important law enforcement tools to photograph crash scenes and track suspects, among other uses. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
My name is Catherine Thomas, and I'm running for the Wenatchee School Board. The school board should work for the parents of this community, and I want to bring the public back to the public schools. I'm a registered nurse, the wife of a medical professional, and the mother of a Wenatchee high school student. I'm running to bring common sense, courage, commitment, and compassion back to the public schools. Vote Catherine Thomas for the Wenatchee School Board.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multicare specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multicare is one stop, one location.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Wenatchee Downtown Possibilities Tour returns Wednesday after a year off because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In tonight's feature story, Wenatchee Downtown Association Executive Director Linda Haglund talked this morning with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz about this year's tour.
We partner every year with the Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority, and they are economic development driven, so they give us a grant to help facilitate this because we have a small budget. But what we heard and what I hear literally almost every day, what space is available downtown, how can we get into space? So every year we try to do two. This year will only be one, Possibilities Tour, where you can get into some of these spaces maybe you wondered about. Not all are available for lease. We want to show you some that have been creatively or in the process of rehabilitation. So Wednesday at 3 o'clock, it is, like I said, a kind of informal tour that it will be guided. We will walk with you, and you meet on the corner of Wenatchee Avenue and Orondo at the old Seafirst Bank building. That is owned by Chris Martin and partners with Rory Turner, and we're going to show you some of the ideas that they had in the space available. Then we're going to have a total of 7 total stops, and we're going to end at the Lineage property there on Columbia Street, where we'll have some savory bites from La Vienne, some cookies from Dilly Deli, and I'll have some water for you, some beverages along the way, so we won't kill you with the heat. And what we hope that people, if they always wondered about it, the beauty of this tour is that we don't talk about lease property, we don't talk about how much or what format of the lease you will get. We give you a sheet that tells you how to connect to the property owner or the property manager if you're interested further. But a lot of people want to look. They're in that planning stage, but not formal enough to talk to the property owner and go, okay, I want to lease this. So this gives them an opportunity.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. 93 Saturday, 98 the high temperature on yesterday, and it was a warm one today too as we look down at portions of our viewing area, and you can see the haze around a lot of North Central Washington today, and that was the story especially up north as you got into Chewelah and made your way up into the Methow Valley. Man, moderate to unhealthy air up that way all day, and it was a hot one once again today as well. Unofficially in Wenatchee, 97 degrees. That's 7 degrees above where we should be at 90 for this time of year. About in the ballpark. 66 for our overnight low, 64 is normal. Way off the record high today. It was a hot one back in 1998 at 106 degrees. Record low, 1983 at 53 degrees. Sunrise, 5:32 this morning. Sun will set tonight at 8:42. Let's take a peek now at your Tuesday weather forecast, and I'll tell you, not much is going to change over the next 2 to 3 days. We could see a little bit more high cloudiness tomorrow and into Wednesday, but as you can see, temperatures pretty consistent to what we saw today. Middle 90s in Moses Lake, Ephrata, 96 for Quincy and Wenatchee, 96 is also up the Highway 97 corridor to Chewelah, and the warm spot, you folks up in Omak tomorrow at 97 degrees. Taking a look at that surface loop tonight, partly cloudy skies. We will see a few more clouds roll in, a northwest breeze, and it will be warm mainly because those clouds kind of insulate us, and that warm air will stay below these clouds tonight. So expect about 70 degrees overnight tonight. For Tuesday, mostly sunny. Yeah, it's going to stay hot with high temperatures tomorrow, generally in the mid-90s all over central and eastern Washington. A few scattered showers will move in as well late in the day on Tuesday in the far southeastern corner of the state. By Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, going to stay hot, in fact, a little bit hotter. The start of a big-time heat wave as we get into the weekend, upper 90s for highs. By Thursday, sunny, our heat wave begins, but look at all of this thunderstorm activity that will begin to develop by Thursday. Not going to affect us with temperatures in the low 100s for Thursday. By the time we get into Friday, mostly sunny, even hotter with high temperatures approaching 105 degrees. Once again, thunderstorm activity all over the Rockies, and we will see some of the hottest temperatures in the entire country on Friday. Saturday, same thing. We'll see mostly sunny skies, hot temperatures. You could see a few more clouds moving into especially western Washington. But look at that dark red. We will be the hottest location in the country by the time we get into Saturday. And then for Sunday, even more cloudiness, partly cloudy skies, still hot with temperatures in the upper 90s. And look at all of this thunderstorm activity that will begin to develop on Sunday. And looking past Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, some of that could be headed our way. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 69 overnight tonight, 96 Tuesday, 98 on Wednesday, and then here we go. Thursday through Sunday, high temperatures each day between 100 and 105 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. There is a certain vibe happening around the Mariners right now that hasn't been prevalent in years. Seattle is in a playoff hunt, and the players and fans are pretty pumped up about it. All of the above was felt throughout Sunday's series finale between the Mariners and the A's at T-Mobile Park, a game in which Seattle won 4-3. Former Apple Sox Marco Gonzalez got the start and wasn't as sharp as he wanted to be, allowing 2 runs through 3 innings, but that's when the offense got going to back him up.
Flight out, ground out Bowers, and now Kyle Cedar can do some damage. Base hit, there we go! JP scores! Coming around, Henniger, he scores! We got a tie ball game at 2-2. Over to third, it's Ty France and Kyle Cedar. Cha-ching! Base hit, Mariners lead 3-2. Luis Torrens checking the box again. LT with an RBI, his 25th hitting streak to 7 ball games. It's 3-2 Mariners. All with 2 outs. 2 outs. Runners in scoring position. He's added to that. 1-0 pitch. Murph, little blooper. Laureano, good speed. Can he get there? No! Seeger scores. Torrens to third. 4-2 Mariners. Valiant effort by Laureano, but not good enough.
Right off the end of the bat, off the changeup. Looked like he had it for a second, and then it came out of his glove. Yeah, he has it. Glove rolls over, and he kind of drops it. Dave, you think the guys in the dugout are enjoying this?
And you think they want to do a na-na-na-na-na-na to Cole Irvin?
Then in the 9th inning, clinging to a 4-3 lead, Jake Bowers came through with a defensive gem that helped seal the victory.
Hit the other way, base hit. Coming in quickly, runner going to third. Here's the throw. Got him! What a throw! What a throw by Jake Bowers to get that out at third base.
He's pretty pumped up about it, too. The first thing there was the shift on, so Kyle Seager actually had to hustle to get back to third. You can see Kyle out by the shortstop spot, trying to keep the ball, and the next thing you know, he had to hustle to get there. And what a throw. In the air on a line.
Boom.
Looks like he tagged him on the elbow. We're going to take a look at it. It's it the other way. Chapman, we mentioned it. He's a good athlete, runs well, and took a chance that he could get in there. I think he got him.
And slide. He's out.
Seattle took 3 of 4 from Oakland in the series. This is now just a game and a half back in the wild card race. Manager Scott Servais says everybody deserves a little credit for an exciting weekend of baseball.
Exciting baseball doesn't really get much better than that against a real quality opponent. And I can't say enough of the grit, the effort, whatever you want to throw out. Our guys showed up and played their tails off all weekend. And today's game to hang in there with a little bit shorter bullpen than normal, heck of an effort. Couldn't be any more proud of our guys. And we've got momentum on our side right now, and we're going to ride this as long as we can. And it's a great opportunity for young players to experience something like this. And again, another big outing by our fan base today. I thought the crowd today was awesome. Really helped along stirring on a few of those final outs in that ball game. So the key to today's game, really, Marco Gonzalez making an adjustment. They threw about 50 pitches on him in the first couple innings, and credit to him. Opportunity to talk with him and Murph after the second inning, and we needed to go to plan B because plan A was not going to work. Pretty obvious on that. And it really takes a true pro to be able to shift course midstream like that. And Marco did a heck of a job along with Murph.
Seattle's won 6 of 9 since the All-Star break and now welcome first place Houston to town for 3 games. Rookie Darren McGacken will get his first Major League start tonight against the Astros. Luis Garcia, first pitch 7:10, available on Root Sports. Well, Houston comes to Seattle after completing a 3-game sweep of Texas Sunday by a score of 3-1. Abraham Toro hit a 2-run home run to help Zach Greinke earn his 10th win on the mound. Max Stassi was 3 for 4 with a home run, and Shohei Ohtani hit his 35th homer of the season to lead Los Angeles over Minnesota 6-2. Houston's lead in the West now 5.5 games over Oakland, while Seattle remains 7 games back. Well, the Wenatchee Apple Sox had an intriguing weekend of West Coast League baseball against the visiting Yakima Valley Pippins at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It began ugly, got pretty, and then settled for kind of sleepy on Sundays. We hear from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox took 1 of 3 games against the Yakima Valley Pippins this past weekend at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Things didn't start off so well on Friday as the Apple Sox lost 15-5, but they would bounce back with a 15-7 victory on Saturday, a game in which Wenatchee set season highs in 2021 for runs scored with 15 and in hits collected with 16. The Apple Sox set up a rubber match for Sunday, but would ultimately fall to the Pippins, who won the first half North Division title and currently lead the North Division here in the second half. It was a 5-1 loss on Sunday. Seth Kuykendall led the way. The former Apple Sox right-hander allowed just 1 run on 4 hits in 8 really good innings on the mound. Next up for the Apple Sox is a 3-game set against the Bend Elks on the road, and it begins on Tuesday night at 6:35. And with your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. Here you see the box score from Sunday. Kuykendall on top of his game for the Pippins in the 5-1 Yakima Valley victory. Tino Bethencourt came through with a double and RBI for the Sox in the loss. It was a much different story Saturday as Wenatchee put up 15 runs on 16 hits in a 15-7 victory. Zach Toya led the way, going 3 for 4 with 4 runs and 3 RBIs. A.J. Guerrero also had 2 runs and a couple of RBIs. Skylar Hale struck out 10 in relief to get the win on the mound. The weekend began with the Pippins torching Wenatchee for 15 runs and a 15-5 win. Spencer Marenko did a lot of the damage, hitting 2 home runs in the game. Jackson Vanderbrake got the Apple Sox and the fans into it a little bit. In the 6th, he came through with a 2-run single. Apple Sox, though, would fall by a final of 15-5. They're off today and will head to Bend tomorrow. Now, another West Coast League play on Sunday. Bellingham scored 4 runs in the 8th inning to come from behind and complete a weekend sweep of Ridgefield 8-6. Bennett Lee led the way at the play, going 3 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs. Dawson Martin's 3-run double highlighted a 4-run 3rd inning for Cowlitz as the Black Bears bettered Port Angeles 9-4. Toriano Sweet also had 2 doubles and drove in 3 runs for Cowlitz. A 5-run 3rd inning would be enough for Bend, who beat Walla Walla 5-4. Aiden Welch led the way for the Elks with a run and 2 RBIs. Nick Vogt's grand slam home run highlighted a 6-run 5th inning for Corvallis in the Knights' 11-7 non-league win over Willamette. And in Portland, where the Pickles do things a little differently, a game tied against the Portland Rosebuds after 9 innings, 6-6, so they decided with a home run derby. Nobody hit a home run, but they went with the longest ball hit, and that was by the Rosebuds, so they get the victory. Checking the standings after the weekend, Yakima Valley's lead in the North Division, a game and a half over Bellingham after the Bells swept Ridgefield. Wenatchee's 3.5 back. Raptors' 4 straight losses move Ridgefield to 3rd in the South, trailing Corvallis and Cowlitz. Entire league has the day off today. Tomorrow, besides Wenatchee at Bend, it's Walla Walla at Corvallis. Yakima Valley hosts Cowlitz. Highline plays at Ridgefield. Bellingham hosts Cascade Collegiate, and Port Angeles visits Portland. Well, the Seattle Kraken have been getting all the headlines lately, but the Wenatchee Wild begin training camp today. In fact, players were checking in early this morning for the first of 3 days of camp at the Town Toyota Center. Fans are welcome to attend. 4 scrimmages per day today and again tomorrow. Final cutdowns announced on Wednesday. After losing a season to COVID last year, the Wild will play its first BCHL hockey game October 9th against the Penticton Vees right here in Wenatchee. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.